We're going to do a follow-up video on what else you might need to do if you've put a leveling kit on your Gladiator or a JL Wrangler. So two things. The first one is more than likely your steering wheel is going to be off-center. And I don't think I mentioned that in the actual install of the leveling kit, which I probably should have. So I'm going to show you guys how to adjust that. It's super simple on the Gladiator, and we'll get that done. The second thing that I wanted to mention that's easily forgotten is people put leveling kits on all kinds of different trucks out there, and they don't re-aim their headlights, which usually it'll work okay for you as the driver, but it can, depending on the truck, start irritating your oncoming traffic. So always a good idea to adjust the headlights. I'm not going to adjust mine yet because I'm still planning on putting a 3/4 inch Daystar rear spring spacer kit in it, and then so once I get that put in, I'll adjust the headlights at that time. Alright, to adjust your drag link, which is what you adjust to center your steering wheel after you've done any small lift kits or any lift kits in general, even the bigger lift kits, you're probably going to have to center your steering wheel. All you need on the JL and the Gladiator is a 15mm wrench. Use a socket and a ratchet, whatever you'd like. I'm using a gear wrench in this case. And then more than likely you're going to need a pair of pliers to turn the adjuster sleeve. Okay, looking in from underneath here, this is our tie rod. You don't want to touch this adjuster. If you accidentally touch that, more than likely you're going to the alignment shop to get your toe reset. So we only want to adjust this tie rod on your drag link coming off of the steering box or the pitman arm. The Gladiators and the JLs have gone to a single clamp with the adjuster sleeve, which is a really trick setup. It's easy to adjust. So all we're going to do is loosen up the one clamp nut right here until this is loose, and then we can turn the adjuster sleeve. The adjuster sleeve, even though it's new and it's not all crusty, still takes just a little tweak with the pair of pliers. So for a 1.5 inch leveling kit, I think I adjusted this about 1/3 of a turn. Maybe I might have started with a half, and I've overshot a little bit, so I'm gonna take some of it back, probably equate to about 1/3 of a turn to center the steering wheel. So when you lift something, usually you have to make the drag link longer to compensate. So to make it longer, on this adjuster sleeve, looking from the driver's side wheel, has to go counterclockwise is our direction of adjustment. Now since I overshot on my first adjustment, I'm going to go clockwise. Not very much, just like 1/4 of an inch. So let's do that real quick. What is really going on? Oh my goodness. Making this just about as complicated as freaking possible. Okay, so we're taking this clamp loose. Can back that nut off of there a good ways or make sure that it's actually loose, which it is. Okay, and since I overshot, we want to go clockwise looking from the driver's tire, and I only want to move it just a little bit. I'm going to use my pliers. try that. I just needed a little bit. Steering wheel favored to the right instead of the left, which is where we started from. And that's that. And you can obviously keep adjusting it as needed until you are happy with your steering wheel position. So we'll road test that and make sure we're good to go. Now we're ready for the grand unveiling after the 1.5" front leveling kit. Got the new tires and wheels put on the other day, and probably have 100 and some miles on them. Couldn't be happier with the way this turned out. Let me see if I can back up a little bit. So that's 1.5 inches in the front, currently nothing in the back, and it's pretty level. I will be putting the 3/4 inch Daystar kit in the back here pretty soon, but if you want it like this, it's a good stance. It looks really good. So we went with a 17 by 9 inch XD Addicts. I like it. It's a little poser-tastic to some people, but hey, whatever floats your boat. They're a good wheel. They're made well, and the price isn't bad on them. Tires. Oh, the wheels. They're, like I said, this wheel is a XD Addict in 17 by 9, and plus 18 is the offset. We originally ordered minus 12s, and I decided that I just didn't want another inch of tire sticking out, so I had them order the plus 18s, and I'm glad that I did. Tire is a Cooper Discoverer AT3 XLTs. They've got the side biter stuff on the outside, and the size is a 295/70/17. I've had them on the freeway, and they're dead silent as far as I'm concerned, and looking forward to taking them out in a little bit of dirt and see how they do out there. So looking down the side of the truck, you can see how the plus 18 sets the wheel for a 17 by 9. Very happy with the fitment. No rubbing in the front either, I should have said that. Now if I went with bigger tires than this someday in the future, I may end up with some rubbing on a plus 18 wheel. So yeah, very, very happy with the stance. Kind of think it should look like this from the factory. We'll do another video on that rear kit once I get the parts. You can see I put the Fox shocks in the front. I haven't put the Fox shocks in the rear yet because I'm waiting for the rear spacers. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, y'all know where to put them.
Hey, Dexter. Hey, buddy.